Welcome back, everyone. Of course, LaReane is back from Mill Creek Gardens, and we're talking bulbs, fall color, Halloween decorations, things that you can do for your yard, because this I think is the fun time of the year because you get to start all over. Well, in some areas, but maybe you're seeing the colors that are changing in your bushes and your trees.
There's definitely color changing in the trees. I was looking out yesterday morning, and I have a sugar maple in my front yard, and it is just turning fiery red and orange and yellows, and it's just so exciting. And we actually have the sumac over here. That's the orange and yellow and green one all in one, and then there's all these other colorful shrubs you can put in. Now's a great time to be freshening up your planters, and you can use the cabbages, kales, pansies, mums, and then in your planters you can also put the bulbs underneath. Now you can take these tulip and daffodil bulbs and put them about 5 inches down. Of course, the point end is up. Yeah. And then you can also layer and even layer a crocus a couple inches above that, and in the springtime, water them for sure. In the springtime, they'll just come up naturally, and then you'll have some beautiful pansies over the top. Oh, and then the bulbs will come up, and you can even do this in your own flower beds. So
save some of those bulbs when you're putting them in the ground. Save them for maybe a couple pots for the spring, just for a little pick you up during that winter time.
For Halloween, you can do the black and orange pansies in a pumpkin or in a planter. You can get them separate, or you can get them in a Halloween treat mix. Isn't that fun? Now, the different cabbages and kales are very fun. The colder it gets, the more vibrant the colors get. So here's a cabbage and here's a kale. The kale is just more serrated on the edges, and there's many different kinds. Let's talk about these bulbs for a minute here. You can get some fragrance in your garden going. There's a fragrant blend right here, and then this one here is just a trumpet flowering blend, and they will bloom in April for you. You also can have some really fun ones. This one here is a double one. It's called Ice Cream. The flowers look just like that. They're awesome. Then you can do some color matches. Here's purple, whoops, and purple and orange. You can mix those. These are some various different types. There's fringed, there's doubles, and it's just really beautiful. Also in the garden, you can put some perennials in right now. Here's some coreopsis, some euphorbia. They're very, very colorful. The colder it gets, the more vibrant the colors. And go ahead and get out in the garden, freshen up. Also, we have some wonderful gnomes and other garden gear for your garden. And it's a great Christmas gift idea or holiday gift-giving idea. So
the whole gnome thing, I don't know why Jim Kosick is coming to my head right now, but we just want to give a shout out to you because you gave a shout out to us for good things. So Jim, actually this whole segment, including the gnome guys, are all about you. I do want to mention, LaReane, the good thing about the bulbs that come from Mill Creek is the size of the bulb. So when you plant those in the ground versus maybe some of your other stores that you would go to, the size of the bulb means the bigger the flower, right?
Yes, on these tulips, they'll be about 2 feet tall, and they'll be saucer sized, like a fruit cup, cereal cup bowl size in flowering, and they last a long time because the genetics are strong, and these have been picked from millions of bulbs, and we get the biggest ones because we know the growers.
Okay. Can I ask you, when you're putting those bulbs in the ground, do you put them as a clump? Like, how many are you putting them together? Do you do them one at a time? How do you do that?
That is a fantastic question. This one here, these are miniature daffodils. They're called tete-a-tete. They are about 10 inches tall, and they're really wonderful, yellow. That is a group right there. You get 5 or 6 blossoms, but if you put that together, you'll get like a bouquet coming up. On these, if you put 3 or 5 or 8 or 12 together, you'll get groups coming up instead of just singles. And if you want it to look that single, go ahead and do that, but you've got to have more of a mass when you do that. So I like the bouquet style myself.
Okay, I'm going to ask you another question about bulbs. So when you're planting bulbs, obviously there's 3 different times. There's early, there's mid, and then late, right? So I made the mistake one time of planting too many early things, and my beds looked nasty because winter was still going on. What is the best idea, and how do you plant those bulbs?
Okay, the earlies are like the red emperor, the fosteriana, the early doubles and early singles. Those will come mid-March, mid to end of March, depending on the weather and the heat of the soil, the temperature of the soil. April would be the mid-season. That would be like the triumphs and the Darwins. And then the late ones will be like the doubles, the fringed, the lily flowering. So come into Mill Creek Gardens. We'll show you. We have a huge display of these. We also have some wonderful bulb food you can put in with those bulbs so that they are stronger for next spring's blossom. And boys, remember, every day is a great day at Mill Creek Gardens, and fall is for planting.
It so is. In case you're thinking, I can't write down all those bulbs you talked about, don't worry about it. If you go out to Mill Creek Gardens, they have a special section right there that'll say Good Things Utah, as seen on Good Things Utah. Everything LaReane talked about will be right there, so you can simply come out and go, I want those ice cream bulbs that you talked about, or anything else that you're saying. Mill Creek Gardens on 3500 South 9th East right there in Salt Lake. You can give them a call. You can go out there. They have a large selection of things getting ready for your fall flower beds. You want to say one more thing about the gnome?
Hey, Jim, go for it. No
Jim,
man.
that's
I'm the no
right.
man.
I found your little sweetie right here. All right, Glenn, are you getting ready for fall in your garden?
We are absolutely getting that fertilizer down and everything. Want that grass to look good in the spring.